Welcome listeners, you've tuned in to Up Close at QuinteALIVE. Today we have a special treat. We've gathered the mayoral candidates for Belleville. We thought it'd be smart to bring these people to you in a very casual way so you could know their faces, their voices, their personalities, and a few of their ideas, but really an informal way to get to know some of these candidates. And we hope you agree with us. Here we are on this beautiful August 7th morning with three of the mayoral candidates for Belleville. On our left we have Mr. Bill Glisky. He's not a leftist, he tells me. Former managing editor of the Intelligencer. In the center we have Ms. Pat Culhane, a well-established figure in the council here in the Belleville Council, and of course the girl in our midst. And on the right we have Lonnie Herrington, who is an established businessman in Belleville and also a former candidate for mayor. So apparently very well versed on these things of campaigning. So we're just going to have some fun because this group is looking a little serious here and I haven't had any warm-up time with them. So I'm going to ask them, I want to know what your weaknesses are. Okay, you see that face? That's the funny part. What is your weakness in food? What is your top weakness? Bill?
We were talking about it just before we started filming. Cheesecake. I love it and I can't resist it. And my second weakness, close second, is birthday cake. I am bad at it at a birthday party because I'm the guy who's finishing off every last piece of cake that everybody else.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Yes.
Yes. Very good answer. How about you, Pat?
Oh, I'd have to say chocolate fudge and chocolate macaroon cookies and anything made with maple syrup.
Oh, you got me there. How about you, Lonnie? You're thinking.
I would have to say it would be my grandmother's Johnny cake. With, she made a concoction of a sauce that she always put on. It had a lot of vanilla and I think there was some spicy stuff in there as well.
Spice and cake?
Yeah, it was it's like a fruit spice that was in it. I don't know what it was.
It's your grandmother.
Yes.
Interesting. All right, guys. Now, what about your strengths? I mean your physical strength. Now, Pat, just moments ago, you were talking about you hammering nails while you were building.
Quite a few years ago. I hammered nails and I carried blocks of concrete down the wooden ladder down into where the basement was going to go because they were all delivered and they couldn't get the load thing close enough to the hole in the ground safely, so they just put them in the ground on the backyard. And when I got home from work, we had to get them down into the hole so the fellows could come tomorrow and build the walls. So at that time, considerably physically stronger than I am today, but whatever I'm faced with doing, I just do it. So I guess I'm up to the challenge.
You might have to lift the gavel soon, huh?
Well, that I can manage, I assure you.
How about you, Bill?
Well, I'm going to say right out, I think this is going to go to Lonnie because I mean, most of the physical things I did was when I was younger. The occasional bit of roofing and helping out with contractor friends and hauling things like that. And that is the kind of strength I don't have anymore. You know, pecking away at a computer terminal and lifting a camera once in a while is nothing compared to, you know, I became white collar because I wasn't strong enough to be consistently blue collar. So I think Lonnie wins on this one.
Yeah, Lonnie's in the building industry, right, Lonnie?
I am, yes.
Halo Homes? I love that name.
I own Halo Homes. I own a roofing company. Actually, I own two roofing companies. The last couple of years I haven't really done a lot of manual stuff, but on occasion I do get in there.
Yeah? Are you working in the fields at all right now, or you're becoming a white-collar guy too?
I'm out there, I'm observing, I'm watching. You know, we could use the word babysitting.
Oh, right. All right, so let's get to an interesting question. Let's try not to get too political. So let's assume that you are the tourism department for Belleville, and you want to persuade Canadians across Canada, foreigners all over the world, to relocate or even just visit Belleville. What do you think, what do you feel you should bring up the most that would draw them here and be authentic and deliver? What do you think, Bill? You go first.
Well, I think continuing to build on the great assets that the city already has, and I think in particular the Bay of Quinte, the Mayoral River, and some of the great green space we have in the city and outside the city. We need to build on our strengths. We need to keep working on what's been working, and we need to get people here working. We have everybody who talks to anybody says we have a great labor staff in terms of hard work, but we need to create more opportunities for them to move up the ladder and get better paying jobs, and just build on what we have been doing. Belleville's heading in a great direction. We just need to keep it going, and if possible, keep it going even better and faster than it already is.
Okay, back to tourism and drawing people in. Pat, maybe you want to go next.
Well, we have an area that has many strengths. It's absolutely perfectly situated, smack dab between Toronto and Montreal. There's a number of fascinating tourist undertakings. We have Canada Day, we have waterfront, we have the great boat races, we have dragon boat races, we have wonderful fishing on the Bay of Quinte. We do also, as Bill has alluded to, have a problem with unemployment, and we have a second problem that's part of that. We have a marvelous college, Loyalist College, known throughout the world, and students come there to train for all kinds of undertakings, and there are issues, because currently you can come and train to be a millwright, but you can't train at Loyalist to be a millwright, even though there is an industrial need for millwrights in this community. You have to go to Kingston to train to be a millwright. And that's a provincial decision, and one that I certainly intend to look into, because we have to look at our young people wanting to stay in this community. The ties to this community would not be broken if we could get them to live their lives here, and this is absolutely the best place to be. I did steer away a bit from tourism, but if you're a tourist and you're looking to boat, bike, swim, fish, pursue the arts, go to a beautiful federal museum, walk tree-lined streets that are hundreds of years old with wonderful, wonderful bowers of branches of old maple trees, all kinds of trees. If you want a, pardon me, an elegant way of life, we have many amenities, we have so much to offer, it's difficult to recall it all, but overall, we have a community that takes on the burdens of others. We have the most giving network of people, I think, in the entire province, if not the country. The people in this community support one another through hard times, and I think that is something that we must always ensure never goes away.
Yes, it is a close community. Lonnie?
The Bay of Quinte region is a diverse community. We have an assortment of events that happen here. Our biggest strength in the community is that, like Pat alludes to, is that we have a strong connection with one another. We do support one another. It's a community that Belleville used to be called the Friendly City. Now we call it on the Bay of Quinte. But everybody knows in their heart that this is still the original Friendly City. We are a city that's in the process of moving forward, progressing, advancing, inviting people to town. You know, we're going to have a strong population base. We're going to have a viable workforce within the next few years. We've got industry locations that are coming up to be built on. We are on Lake Ontario, essentially. We're between Montreal and Toronto. We have train systems here. You know, as importing and exporting, we have an advantage over a lot of other Ontario communities. We have Lake Ontario, again, we have fishing, we have boating, you know, water events, sporting events. In general, this community has everything that anyone would want to look for in a community. So basically, you know, tourism-wise, we have a spearhead behind our tourism organizations here in town, and you know, we promote it. We're just now realizing our failure at not promoting it, and we have a gentleman on board now that's pushing our tourism industry to the top of the mark.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job of doing that with their website and they're omnipresent and everywhere in the media, on the web. They've been doing quite a job. Bay of Quinte is a large area. So if you had a dream for Belleville, if you wanted to knock off one great big legacy that you wanted to be remembered for. Now that's a big question, I know. It's not very fair, but give it a try. Each of you, who would you be? I think we'll start with Lonnie now, right?
What would I want to see as the great legacy of Belleville? Personally, I want to see families in this community flourish in this city.
Okay, that's a good one. Bill?
Absolutely, we need to keep young people here. The other thing I would love to see us do is I would love to see Belleville become the center of a great Quinte region. I think there's so much potential in this entire region, and Belleville has so much to offer. If I was to want a legacy, I would want people to say Belleville is the center of a great region.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's the heart, isn't it? Yeah. How about you, Pat?
Well put, what Bill said, and Lonnie said too, the well put. I have a personal sort of dream that I would like to see realized here, and it's maybe not a popular one, but this region needs a hospice, a home hospice to care for the dying. Mm-hmm. We have a hospice Quinte group who go in and do all the support that they can do, and they're absolutely wonderful, great volunteers. But other regions, other areas are building hospice homes so that the people who are at the end of their days can be cared for and be with their family. And that's one of my personal dreams. I hope to be able to see that happen.
Oh, that's magnanimous. Of course, so that would be great for me because, I'm just planning on floating off on a piece of ice.
We'd like to arrange that for
it's
you.
an option. Yeah. Oh, well, you've been so great, very patient, and I wish you all the best. It's going to be a very difficult choice for the public. Again, I have to mention there's a couple of faces missing here. Tazo Christopher, a councillor, has thrown his hat in the ring. And Richard Cornier, who's putting up quite a fight for the mayoral seat, isn't here. He's on holiday. But, we have to get the show on the road, right? The show must go on. So we'll have a redo on this. Can I count on you for that?
Sure.
Yes.
Of course.
We'll get a little more tactical next time.
Can we bring cheat notes?
Absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely. So this is it for QuinteALIVE today on this beautiful August 7th day of 2014. Thank you, Bill Glisky. Thank you, Pat Culhane. Thank you, Lonnie Herrington. Have a great day.
You too.